England football, Palace 1, Southampton 2. Neil, let's talk about the first half. How do you think we played and what went wrong?
Actually, I didn't think we played much better than we did at Tottenham, didn't we? We wasn't that bad. I mean, up until Edouard scored, we were comfortably a better team. After Edouard scored, comfortably a better team. Even up to before Ward-Prowse scored their first goal, comfortably a better team again. But they scored, we just started to crumble like we have been doing. The confidence is obviously shot. And then after that, it was a bit rubbish. But still couldn't see us losing at that point. Still, it looked a draw, and I thought we were coming forward, creating great positions, and obviously. But if you make mistakes as a keeper, you're stuffed, and you really nothing you can do about it. But go on.
Let's talk through that first goal because obviously we had the warning shot which Gaeta punched away. What was your take on what was going on with the goal that eventually went in?
I mean, the first thing you got to say, that Rat boy, it takes a great good ball there, and he whipped it in. Our defenders missed it. Let's say that for a start. They're going to blame VG completely, but he's got to be tracking the flight of the ball. As the ball's moving across to the back post, he's got to be going with it in case they do get head on it, but they didn't. Now, letting it bounce and then go up into the corner and just basically stand there watching it, it's cardinal, isn't it? Absolutely cardinal. He can't be doing that. He's not a goalkeeper of 1 or 2 games. He's played a couple of 100 games now, but can't do that. Really can't do that. And of course, it's like if you let them in back in the game, they weren't in the game at that point at all. And of course, they grew in confidence. We went down in confidence. So it's a bad mistake. It really was, yeah.
It was. If you thought that mistake was bad, let's talk through the second mistake, Southampton's second goal. What was VG doing there?
I've watched it on the video, like on BBC Sport, and I have absolutely no idea. I think he tried to control it, put it to his right, and I think his touch was like, trapping a bag of cement. It just went miles in front of him. It was just absolutely awful. Why didn't he kick it? But what you have to remember is, apart from giving that, there was another incident where he came running out to kick the ball out and kicked it straight to the guy in front of him, had to run back again. I mean, it was a massive.
And he headed the ball in the first half as well.
Exactly. It was a massive 1 out of 10 performance, and I'm going to give him 1 because he did make one good save at the end of the day. But for a 90-minute goalkeeper performance, I'm not going to. He's a good goalkeeper, but that was an appalling performance. But only just beaten by Ward's equally appalling performance of how not to play at left back, right back, or getting back in a position, or tracking, or pressing, or anything like that at all.
Would you get Johnson in against Chelsea?
I think at the end of the day, I think he's got to send a message out to the player. And our problem is we haven't got a squad, and I think that problem is the same problem we've had 6 months ago. But because we haven't got a squad, if a player plays badly, he's not going to get dropped because there's nobody to come in and say, well, like, if I have a bad game, I know I'm going to get dropped. So I would say personally, I think you've got to play Johnson. I can't see it because VG is Patrick Vieira is so loyal to his players, even it could cost him his job, really, couldn't it? Because at the end of the day, you keep losing. If you get beaten by a better team, you say fair enough. But when you're losing to your own mistakes, against Tottenham, own mistakes, and against Fulham, own mistakes. It wasn't them destroying us. It was, go another goal. I'll go another goal. I'll make it. He'll pass it. You kick it in as well, and that's the problem. I think he should play Johnson, and I think he should try something different because if you look at it on paper and you say you've got Gray, you've got Anderson, you've got VG, you think, well, that's not a bad defence, but they can't keep a clean sheet. So you've got to try something new. Put Richards in, go for it at the back, do something different because definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing. And it doesn't work. And just keep doing it, game in, game out. Got to try something different. Well, you can expect to get beat by Chelsea, and Newcastle, and Brighton, and Man United. So why not try something? You may try something different, and it may work.
Last one based on the game. Thoughts on Will Hughes' performance? Because for me personally, I thought that he just gave us so much balance. What was your thoughts on it?
I thought he played very well, actually. He did what we don't do, i.e. he just closed people down. It's as simple as that. Tracking people, knocking them up in the air. When the referee gave a free kick, even when the play was stopped, he still flattened Joe Aribo. And you need to show them players, and they're not going to get an easy ride. He didn't want to go near him, but he did everything. I know he hasn't got the fitness for 90 minutes, but he is what you need. So maybe try something different. Put the 3 of them midfield in and play 3 attackers. You've got to do something different. Stuck ain't working.
Man of the match, if you have one.
Oh, VG easy. Yeah, well, that's a man of the match performance.
Neil at the Palace.
Always at the Palace.